Hello, hello. Paul the Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. It's nearly a whole 24 hours after our debut for the Premier League season. And I don't know about you folks out there, but I found the game to be really entertaining. I really enjoyed watching it. I had a good night streaming on Irish Hotspur and We Are Tottenham TV, and that got me really pumped and excited over the game. And I must admit, last year, when matches start like 11 o'clock, midnight, 2 a.m., sometimes it is a bit of a slog, keeping your eyes open with matchsticks, oh, God, my team that I've loved since I'm a boy, and I have to take like 10 coffees and God knows what to stay awake. But I was really entertained last night. It was exciting, edge of the seat stuff. And fills me with a lot of hope, a lot of hope. The treble is on, isn't it? Treble's on. There's only 20 teams that can possibly do it. We're one of them. As I've said before, Europe's lucky that we're not in there this year. They can all rest easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the squad and team, and I'm going to give them some player ratings just off the top of my head. I haven't really thought about this. I just want to give a gut reaction, a visceral reaction, and then I'll come over to you people in the comments. Thanks for joining me tonight, folks. Been quite a few new subscribers and viewers recently, so thanks for hopping on board the Hotspur Hippie Commune. Memberships and super chats are available if you want to support the channel. So let's get cracking, Let's get cracking. Share screen. Yeah. Seamless, Paul. Seamless. There we go. All righty, is that up there? There we go. Excellent. Okie dokie. So let's start at the back. Vicario. Now, I like Vicario. I'm seeing he's getting a little bit of not flack. That's too harsher phrase, but he's getting people are seeming a little bit nervous about him. I like him. He seems to have a bit of personality. He shouts at the defenders. And I don't think he really put a foot wrong. I mean, yeah, he's like, oh my God, don't mess that one up. But he didn't. When he's running out of his box, almost up to the halfway line to kick the ball on. But it worked. So I thought his distribution was pretty good. Seemed pretty safe. Did some really good saves. So I reckon I'll give him an 8. I'm almost going to be like an Ali Gold with my scoring here. If you ever see 3 Spurs boys, I hope they're doing the gold standard. I'll have to check him out because I do like watching that where they guess what Alistair Gold gives the players, because Alistair Gold always bumps it up. But look, it was a good game, so he's going to be high ratings tonight. So Vicario, an 8. Udogie at left back, I'll give him an 8 as well. Great debut, another debut. Vicario debut, Udogie debut, and I don't know about you out there, boys and girls, but I'm feeling pretty safe about our left back situation. I mean, we're always one injury away from Ben Davies, but it's not bad. I think Udogie has got some chops as a defender, and he likes running up the pitch as well. So I'm going to give him an 8. Mickey van der Veen, I'm going to give him an 8 as well. Good debut. Bit unlucky with the deflected, not really an own goal, but and tall guy. And I heard people before the season started being concerned about his aerial battle. He doesn't win aerial battles. He seemed to win everything when I was watching with my eyes last night. That's all I'm going to go on. So I thought he was good. It was a nice, I like risks. I mentioned risky Vicario. Ange took a risk by putting Mickey van der Ven on the pitch. He'd only been with us for a few days, a couple of training sessions, but stuck him in, sink or swim. And I like Ange's rationale. He says the sooner I put him in, the better he's going to be. So yeah, 8 for him. Romero, I'll give him an 8 as well. It's not going to be I'll give him an 8 because he scored a goal. Got a head knock, unfortunately. And I think Ange did the right thing by taking him off. You don't want to get 2 head knocks in a row. Bit of confusion over the old process for it. In rugby league, they have a system here where someone gets a bang on the head. I think it's like independent. It's not done by the team's doctors. I might be wrong on that though, so maybe someone can correct me. But But you get a head knock and they ask you your name and, I don't know, date of birth and look at your eyes wobbling around and they decide whether you can go back on the pitch or not. So Andrew's being a bit having a bit of frustration with filling in the right forms and all that. Maybe they need to smarten that sort of stuff up a bit in the Premier League. I'm all for it. Concussion ain't, it's unavoidable in a contact sport, but you only want one head knock at a time before your brain can like settle down and all the cushioning repairs itself and all that. Emerson, I'll give him a 7. I feel like I'll give him a 7.5 because he was a ripper of a goal, Ripper of a goal. Madison, in fact, both goals. Romero, great free kick in by Madison, real fast power. Romero comes steaming in, almost runs over Richarlison to get his head to the ball. Brilliant goal. Emerson, bang, another Madison set up. Apparently, I don't know if this is true, but I read today that Madison is the only player in the whole of Europe that got more than one, as they say it these days, assists. I mean, I prefer the phrase creating a goal myself, but assists, all right, I concede. I'll use the word assist. So Emerson, great bang in the goal. I'll give him a 7.5. Even Basuma, whoa. I mean, I don't want to give anyone a 10 because I don't know what the height is for these people, but he's got to be a 9, hasn't he? He's got to be a 9. He's man of the match for me. All over the place. Completely unplayable. Brentford couldn't get the ball off him. He was, can you imagine playing against a player? You'd hate playing against Basuma. Absolutely hate it. Big, strong, fast, shields the ball well. He didn't put a foot wrong. No one has a perfect game, but he did all right with Basuma. Very impressed with him. Oliver Skip, bit invisible. I'll give him a 5. I didn't really notice him much while I was watching the game, so that's why I'm going to give him a 5. 5's kind of my average, If he was terrible or worse than average, I'd give him a 4, but, 5. Kulusevski, give him a 6 because he was better in the second half than the first half, but, the front three have got to work it all out. According to Google, we were playing a 4-2-3-1 here. But I'll give him a 6. I'm not, I'm hoping they all come good at the front. But I'm not going to drop a ton of bricks on any of these players this early on. James Maddison, poor man, he's got to have a 9, 8.5. He was good though, set up 2 goals. Yeah, he's good with the ball. He's unexpected, and it's nice to have someone who can take free kicks. Thank God Harry Kane's gone. We don't have to watch him hit the wall 30 times a year. So Maddison, really good debut from him. Son, gave him a 6. Give him a 6, I think. I think Sonny's going to come good. I don't think he was terrible. It wasn't like the Son of 2 years ago, but I think we'll be all right with Sonny. First game as captain, I like the move he did, getting the players to huddle over near the away end, our fans. I think the team is creating a nice little bond between us, the fans, and them, the players, and it's great to see. So Son was behind that, and I'll give him a 7 just for doing that. It's not just what you do in the 90 minutes. I reckon that might have got the players nicely pumped up, got the fans pumped up. I know perhaps technically wise he doesn't deserve a 7, but I'm going to give it to him for that bit of spirit. Richarlison, 5, 6, 5, 5, 5. Not terrible. He didn't actually have too much of a chance. The ball wasn't really getting into him. But something that, Son, Richarlison and Kula are actually doing well as Maddison, Basuma. They're all hounding the opposition to get the ball back as soon as it goes. So even though the offensive play from the front three wasn't like absolutely champagne football, they were our first line of defence, and I think that was important in us getting a 2-2 draw, particularly as, Brentford were parking the bus in their penalty area for large periods of the game, which I'm not moaning about. It's a legitimate tactic. But to me, it says you're worried. When you're parking the bus, you're not confident you can win. So even at 2-2, we were still going all out. Just struck me now. We were 2-2. We were going all out for a win. So that was really good spirit, good fight to see from the boys there. It was a good game. I enjoyed it. Now let's just have a look at the substitutes coming down here. Davinson Sanchez, I'm going to give him a 7.5. He's a player that I've always bagged, but last couple of games, when we need a player to get back quick, smart, and mop up or do a tackle or do a block, Sanchez seems to be capable of doing that. I'm not going to get too excited over him yet. Whether he can string together more than a couple of good performances, I don't know. But so far so good, man. So far so good. You're only as good as your last performance. So well done, Davinson Sanchez. Ivan Perisic, I reckon I'll give him a 7 as well. Seemed to be a bit more effective when he came on for Sun. Good at, he's good at getting it in the box, isn't he? He's very, very comfortable up on that wing, up and advanced, instead of playing this silly old wing back rubbish that we've been doing. Wing back, it's a position that makes me, if I had any here, I'd be pulling it out, man. Wing back, it's like a fullback that can't defend, or a wing. They're not wingers. They can't run and do anything. Wing back. So up front, Ivan, he's showing he could be a useful little player to have in the bag at certain times. And Papa Matsar, I'm not going to rate him. I didn't really see him too much. I love Pepe Matsar, the Matasarosaurus. So I'm all in on him. But I just really didn't see enough of him, I think, to give him a fair old rating. So there we go. That's my that's what I reckon. But what do I know? Hey, let's see what you lot reckon. How are you feeling about the game? Were you happy with the way we played? I thought it was real. When you consider, the job Ange has had to do in just 4 weeks, basically, to get these players playing something like attacking football, I think it just shows you how much they were being perhaps repressed under our previous few managers, that this is the style of football that they want to play. But to turn it around, something good's going on at Tottenham, where there's a bit of Ange Postecoglou choo-choo. The train has left the station, folks. Destination glory. Millie Jedinak, who knows? Maybe even Ryan Mason. Maybe even Ryan Mason has had a hand in all our turnaround. So far so good. We're lying 8th in the table because we scored one more goal than Chelsea. The penalty, I didn't think it was a penalty, but we're going to see a load of that this year. Slowing stuff down like that, going frame by frame. It's going to be quite hard to watch sometimes. All right, now I'm only going to do a quick stream tonight, folks, but we'll see. I'll say hello in the comments. Super chats and memberships are available if you want to help out the channel. First in best dressed here is Jose Eltel Cockerell. Get over to his channel and say hello to him. Morning, Paul. I hope you're well and looking forward to the week ahead. I am, man. Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'm thinking of what I'm going to talk about on videos and streams actually during the week because I don't know. I'll think of something. I'm sort of kind of a bit, over going through my Twitter feed in the morning to find out spurious transfer rumors like Eric Dyer going to Saudi Arabia, all that. But now the season's kicking in proper. We're probably going to have some football to talk about, which is great. Audio Artisan, g'day, man. Morning, bruv. Morning, man. Nice to see you. Stinging Nettle. I think that's a new person in the chat here. So thanks very much for joining here, Stinging Nettle. We need a top striker and a centre back. We're in injury away, aren't we? At the back. We saw that when Romero came off. Top striker, I don't know. I don't know about that yet, man, because we're probably going to be playing a different sort of football. I think replacing Harry Kane we're not going to be able to replace Harry Kane. So let's see what we can do without him. But I mean, a lot of people are saying or agreeing with this Stinging Nettle. That a top striker is something that's imperative. I suppose we've got 2 weeks. We've got one more game to see if someone else plays in the middle, whether we stick Son in the middle, keep Richarlison there. We've got Manuel Solomon. He could come on and do a job instead of Son on the left there if we need him to. So we've got options. If we get one all well and good, I'm not busting a gut over it, man. But I understand other people are, David Shire. Good evening, Paul from Western Australia. Oh, it is evening for you as well. Hello, David. Hello, the sun is firmly set here. Bloody freezing day in Sydney. So freezing. Oh, and David Shear, look at this. Look at this. Thanks, David. David Shear's become. Don't worry about that. David Shear has become. Let me know how I'm getting your name there, man. If it's Shire, or share. I don't want to stuff it up, man. I'll go share at the moment. New member. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining the Hotspur Hippie Commune, man. Welcome on board. You know, it's just a way of supporting the channel. I haven't really thought about, giving benefits to people that do it, because I don't want to penalise people that either, haven't got the inclination or money to help out. But, I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. But really appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. We did well first time out. I agree, man. I think from what I've seen, I had a quick look around the Spursosphere this morning. People seem generally happy, don't they? People are, like Steve Nettle said, people are, we do need a bit of a striker, perhaps, but I think generally people are pretty happy. 2-2 at Brentford, not a bad result. Not a bad result. I mean, last time we played them, they did one on us, didn't they? So, good stuff. Eltel Cockerell. Emerson played well, made the extra body between midfield and attack. Yeah, I was actually, I had to blink my eyes at certain moments during the games because Emerson was getting up there. Who was the other defender that was getting up? Bloody Sanchez was up there as well a couple of times. What about Van der Ven? Can't remember him being up in the penalty box too much, but he was definitely advanced. We're definitely taking the ball up into their half of the pitch. So we're playing good possession football. I think we got about 70% possession. I'm not a big one on statistics, but it was it felt to me like it was on the front foot in their half. It wasn't just us mucking around at the back like a bunch of muppets waiting for someone to make a mistake. That was good. Say hello there. David Shear, bring on Sarr for Skip. Yeah, absolutely. I'd go with that. I'd go with Sarr over Skip. I'm wondering what Skip offers. What Ange? He must be. Look, Ange must be. They must be seeing something in Skip to fit in that jigsaw or give him a go. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe to my untrained eye, it looks like Sarr is a better player than Skip. So I'd go that. Gio Celso, yeah. I mean, bring him on as a sub, I guess. Or I don't know. I'm open to it. Gio's gonna, he's gonna warm my heart again. I think, a little bit. Steady as Shark, another member of the Hotspur Hippie Commune. Thanks, man. I'll have to watch this stream when it is archived, but I hope you will. No worries, man. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, okay, good, man. I'll keep it kind of bite-sized and short for your convenience, man. But we'll see how the chat goes, eh? Matthew, hello, another member. Everyone's a member tonight. This is cool. Thank you very much, folks. Matthew, nice to see you again. Did you enjoy the game, man? Everybody's criticising for a reason. He had an injury. Give him some time. Is this Son? Is it? Yeah, I'm not worried about Son. He's a class act. He's a class act. So and Brentford were 11 people in their own penalty area. So threading bits and bobs in between that lot is a challenge. Scoring a goal is the hardest thing to do in football. So it's not like we were impotent up front or something like that. I'm confident in Sonny. I think just give him time, man. Yeah, there you go, Matthew. Brentford, they absolutely did park the bus, which I'm not complaining about. And David Shear, yeah, a hernia op, yeah. At least it's it's a recoverable operation from. It's hopefully he's not going to build up a weak spot and strain it again. But yeah, Sonny, I got what you mean, man. I got what you mean. Come on, guys. For the first time in over 4 years, I went hiding behind a sofa, chewing nails, having palpitations, and swearing profusely. I was like that as well. I was like lying in bed watching it, and I'm going, oh, this is like the second half started at midnight, and my bedtime is way earlier than that. It's like 8-9 o'clock. I'm usually in bed by asleep, so I do feel a bit like jet lagged and knackered after I stay up. I've got to get match fit myself, but yeah, I was excited. That was it. It was like I said, entertaining football. Loved it. And this is only the start. It's going to get better than this, folks. It's going to get better than this. Ian Barron, g'day, man. Good morning, everyone watching. Hope you're well and have had a great weekend. I'm back Just down long coasts. Sorry to hear that, man. It's a rough trot you're having there. Hope things get a bit easier for you. David Shear, fully agree, Paul. Hey, nice, man. I don't know which bit. Some things. Timeless Flying Monkeys. That's a cool name, man. And just done wonders in a short space of time. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I'm liking the positive vibe in now. That's what I'm trying to do on this channel is talk Spurs, but a bit of a smile and laugh at the absurdity at how much we think football is important. Because I mean, it is. It affects our emotions, doesn't it? It's ridiculous, but it's just fun. It's just fun. I'm not, if we lose 4 or 5 games on the trot, maybe I'll be tested a little bit, but I'm not going to sweat the small stuff, That's why Paul is the cowboy playboy brat. Playboy days are a bit behind me, man, but I'll take the others. Why not? Audio Artisan, Destiny and VDV were impressive on their debuts. Damn right, man. Kulu's lack of pace worries me. I could see Porro or Solomon taking his place. Yeah, that's possible. Like in the closed season when there was talk of whether we should buy Kulu or not, I was a bit on the fence, man. I was worried about his performance last year, even though a lot of players were under par last year. But I was just starting to think, is Kulu a guy that's going to be one of those players that dips off? I hope not. I hope it is just, he's still getting to grips with his new hamstring, his new robotic hamstring, or whether they've stitched up in there. Spurs medical department, they've stapled some tissues together to get him on the road. Bless them. David Shearer, Ange is a force of nature to behold. Yeah, and what I like after the game, there's this the guy that does the interviews for Spurs play. I'm positive, man, but this guy, he's so ultra positive. Oh, brilliant game, Ange. Like, I think he even said to Basuma, we deserved to win that, didn't we? Basuma's, yeah. But it's fun. He is a force of nature. Get out of the way. Get on board or get out of the way. Vicario. Liam says there's got a bit of shithousery within him. I like that, man. I like that. I think it's cool. I like the fact that he's a little bit, crazy. I think good goalkeepers can be, they've got a license to be a little bit nutty. And I'm really enjoying the cut of his jib so far. Oh, super chat from David. Thanks, man. $5. Thank you. Oh, is it a super sticker or something? It's a $5 thingy. So thank you very much, man. Thanks very much, man. Usarian, the new Spurs supporter, but seems to be frighteningly predictively knowledgeable about the game so far. So I don't know what his inside track is here, is old Usarian. Evening, Paul, and evening, morning, afternoon, hippies. Very entertaining game. I enjoyed it immensely. Great to see the team come back after the setbacks of the penalty and several cards. That was another good point, wasn't it, man? Good point, calling you Spurs as well. That was another good point, was that we didn't fold, we didn't capitulate. We just thought, right, let's get on with it, man. It was very, very positive attitude. I really did enjoy seeing that. David Shearer, Tony in January is possibility, isn't it? Possibility. We're not in any rush. That might be a good call, man. Wait, instead of pulling the trigger on a striker now, let's just see what we've got for a bit. I don't know, man, but it could be Tony. In Brentford they'll sell him to Arsenal for half the price that they want to sell him to us for, though. So bugger Brentford. Ian Barron, LTL, subscribe to your channel. Yeah, good old channel, LTL Cockerel. Get over there, man. Now make it going. Shear sheep. Okay, shear. Thanks, man. Okay, got it. All right, I'll try and remember, but my brain's buggered. But we'll have a go. Oh, an Ange fan from the Brisbane Raw days and Socceroo days. Yeah, well, I could share the Socceroo days, man. I never really followed the A-League too much. I saw Ange first when he was Australian Youth Champion. I didn't really see much at South Melbourne, but Australian Youth Champion. I like the cut of his jib there. And I thought he did an amazing job at the Socceroos. Fantastic job. And he ended it on his terms after getting us to a World Cup, playing good in a previous World Cup and winning the Asian Cup as well. So, that's why I've been so excited at the prospect of Ange coming to Tottenham. And we've got him. And I'm loving every minute of it. Tom, we never opened Brentford up. it was tricky, wasn't it? We still got 2 goals though, man. Still got 2 goals. They got a penalty and a deflection. Our goals were 2 good quality goals. So we didn't open them up after that, admittedly, but it's pretty tough when you got 11 players in there, you know. Brentford looked like they were playing, hanging on for the draw. Cowards. Liam, our wingers were quite weak today. Needed more from Son and Kulu. I look at giving Solomon a start week next week. Yeah, let's see what they sort out in training, eh? I did like that Ange subbed Son. That, just because he's captain, he's not going to be a protected species. I think that's positive. It's good motivation for everyone. Lo Celso over Skip and Sarr. Oh, interesting, man. Interesting. See, I'd go Sarr, but I think maybe I've just got a bit of Lo Celso bias because I haven't been too impressed with him in the past. So maybe that's me, not you. David Shearer, is he going through the squad? Is who going through the squad? Is it Ange going through the squad? I'm not sure, man. David Coffey, uncanny doggy. This is Gandalf the Grey, as he says to Eric Dyer, you shall not pass. Eltel Cockerell, Brentford only lost 2 games at home. That's true. They haven't lost since like September last year or something ridiculous, haven't they? Teams walk away with defeats usually. They beat Arsenal 2-0 and Man United 4-0 in the last 2 season openers. Yeah, look, job done. Job done, man. The Brentford coach says David Shearer, Frankel, no mug. Yeah, he seems like a affable, kind of cool guy as a coach. What coaches don't I like at the moment? Klopp, Arteta, they'd be top of the list, wouldn't they? I need KO here. Oh, yeah, I got KO, man. Good for the rugby league. Although you're probably a Broncos fan, aren't you? I saw you having a little chat with your Nisar in there. I won't say who I support because they don't deserve to be mentioned. Apart from Barcelona, 90 minutes into the players. Oh, okay, 90 minutes into the players is crucial. Yeah, they're just building up match fitness as well. Match fitness, very important. So, where we go here? Oh, I just lost my place here. Sorry, folks. Liam, can't wait to see Bentancur slot into the Madison Basuma midfield. That's going to give us a good headache, isn't it? Good problems to have, man. Where we've got lots of players competing for the same spot, and it's great competition. Keeps the players nice and sharp. Side B. Thoughts on Gift Orban? I've had a couple of looks at him, man. I don't know. I'm not convinced for some reason at the moment. Don't know. I'd prefer someone a bit more seasoned, bit older, I think. We've got a few of these for the future players hanging around, haven't we? We've got Feliz. He's hanging around, one for the future. So do we need another one for the future or one now? Or maybe Gift Orban is good enough to play now. Bit of a step coming from Ghent to Tottenham, but not impossible. Peter Papadimitriou watched Spurs before Chelsea versus Liverpool. I was asleep by then, man. I watched the highlights of that this morning. With so much emotion at stake, club drama behind you, Spurs did well. Brentford ain't easy team at home, beating the Arsenal, Liverpools at times. That's what they are, man. And we took the game to them. David Shearer, the away Ange, after the game, sent the players right over to our away fans. Ange is adding layers to our great club. Yeah, I like that as well. And, it gets the fans riled up. It gets the players, even though they had to be reminded or told to do it, they'll benefit from that as well. So, I enjoyed that. Because I've been watching Ange at Celtic the last couple of years. He really got an amazing feeling going at that club. And just seeing the start of it now, I'm interested to see how the home game against Man United is going to go, what the atmosphere is going to be like for that. I know there's some protests and everything planned by the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust and the yellow, purple and gold purple and gold people. But hopefully the atmosphere in the ground will be nice and supportive for Ange and the guys. Son equalised against Ange. Yeah, he did. I think Son's a good pick for captain. Matthew says Tottenham's interest in Gift Orban is real, and a move for the player is expected in the coming days. He has jumped up their shortlist in terms of priority. Genk have made it clear. Okay. Oh well, it's not my money. It's not my money. It's not my squad. I don't know what I'm talking about. So if we get him in, then I obviously want him to be the best striker in the universe. So why not? There's Jose's channel. Get in there, man. Get in there. Say hello. Say hello. Right. I get you. So Ange is just so David Shears saying that Ange is working his way through the squad. Yeah, I think that's a fair comment, man. I think people are going to get their chance. I am pretty optimistic at the moment that we're going to see a lot less of Eric Dyer. Lots of rumours about his reaction to Son being captain and the leadership group. I was doing a stream when all this was coming out. I'm not sure how true it is, though. I'm not sure how true it is, but it was nice not to see him on the bench either. And you're in Aussie rules, okay. Jez, West Tigers? No, not West Tigers. I'm ever so slightly better than West Tigers. Old Balmain days. Well, it's what happens when you merge clubs. It don't work, does it? So yeah, St George Dragons, a merged club, and Tigers both struggling, both Frankenstein organisational structures, and no good for football. I mean, Tigers are in an awful state at the moment. LTL Cockerell, we had a 3-game pre-season, whereas Brentford were in the States and played 8 pre-season games. Yeah, we looked a lot fresher and strong. You see, this is my theory, man. It was a bit of a cock-up, our pre-season preparation. But come the end of the year, we'll have 5 more games in our legs, won't we? So it might work out if we're making a push for something special at the end of the year. All right, where we go here. Tom saying Gift Orban is ready. Okay. Jethalal, big up, Mr. Hippie. Big up, Mr. Jethalal. Son on left, Orban up top, Solomon right. Yeah, it sounds like, I don't know. I'll take all your word for it. The Orban is exciting. It's just when players don't play for Tottenham, I don't know much about them really because I'm flat out watching Tottenham, let alone everything else. I did watch a lot of the highlights of the other games this week though, which is something I really couldn't be bothered doing last year because I was kind of a bit footballed out by Tottenham last year. Liam says, I don't know what to make of Richarlison. I'm with you, man. I think he needs a confidence boost. Of course, they all need to get used to Ange's system too. What do you think? I'm not convinced at the moment, man. I'd love him to do well, but just like some of his ball control is so heavy, and his spatial awareness doesn't seem to be quite there for a centre forward. You don't often see him popping up in space. He's always running away from space into where other defenders are. But he's got a good attitude. I'm really hoping there's something there that comes out. It'd be good. And look, he's Brazil's centre forward, so he can't be terrible. But in a Spurs shirt, I just haven't seen it. Raf says very good performance in my book. Basuma Madison midfield is saucy. I agree, man. It's looking great, isn't it? Looking great. Looking fantastic. I'm excited by it. Exciting football. Just jumping forward here. I saw Spurs, Steve Perryman and Hoddle days. Been a supporter ever since. Yeah, that was when I used to go and watch them, man. In the 80s, I saw those players loads of times. And 2 of my favourite players there. Ozzy was my favourite, but Steve Perryman and I had a bit of a chat with him on last night. It was really cool. And Hoddle, been a supporter ever since. Well, if your introduction to Tottenham Hotspur is Steve Perryman and Hoddle, I don't see how you cannot end up supporting the club. They're fantastic players. All right, I'm gonna sign off there. Just a quick one tonight. I'm a bit tired tonight, folks. I hope you're all well. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for keeping it going in the chat. Thanks for the new membership and super chat, David. Nice one, man. Thanks for everyone just popping along watching. It tickles me that out of everything you could be doing in the world, you've chosen to spend a bit of time watching me. So it's very flattering. Thank you very much. I won't take it for granted. And I hope you have a lovely evening or morning or day or whatever you're doing. And I'll just say for now, peace and love, man. Peace and love. And come on, you Spurs.